Help me reach 1,000 subscribers. When Natalie mentioned she was heading to a college friend's reunion in Chicago, I didn't think much of it. She had been distant lately, and I assumed it was stress from work. Just a few days in Chicago, she said, stuffing her suitcase. You trust me, right? That question should have been a warning sign. Honest people don't ask for reassurance. I smiled and said, of course. But something about her excitement seemed off. The way she kept checking her phone, the secret smiles, the delicate lingerie she tucked into her bag. I noticed it all quietly. That night, after she fell asleep, I gave in to a gnawing instinct and looked at her messages. Normally I wouldn't, but something felt wrong. What I discovered made my stomach churn. A long conversation with her ex, Jason. Someone she had insisted was just a friend. The messages weren't innocent. They were explicit. Can't wait to see you again. Same hotel, he wrote. She replied. Same room. My hands shook, yet I didn't confront her. I just stared, numb at the betrayal laid bare in words. 11 years of marriage, and she was planning this under the guise of nostalgia. But instead of anger, a strange calm settled over me. Clarity. The next morning, she acted as though everything was normal. She kissed my cheek and said, "Don't wait up for me, okay?" I smiled and replied, "Have fun, babe." For a moment I saw her hesitate, maybe unsettled by my calm. She left, humming a tune, suitcase rolling down the driveway. Once she was gone, I called a private investigator, an old friend. "Follow her," I said. "No interference, just observe." He didn't question me. He knew the patterns of broken marriages all too well. Within hours he sent photos. Natalie checking into the hotel alone, later meeting Jason at the bar. My heart didn't race. I had a plan. That evening I booked a flight to Chicago. Not to plead, not to argue, but to hear the truth from her own lips. I checked into the same hotel under a false name and asked to keep watching. Around 8, he messaged. They were heading to room 812. My chest tightened, but I kept calm. I rode the elevator, stood outside the door, and heard faint laughter. Her laughter, once my favorite sound, now hollow. I knocked twice. The door opened. Jason's shirt half-buttoned looked surprised. Natalie froze, ghost-like. "Ethan," she whispered. I smiled steady. "Business trip," I said simply. Jason opened his mouth, but I raised a hand. "I'm not here to fight. Just 2 words." Her lips trembled. "What 2 words?" "We're done." The words hit harder than any confrontation could. She staggered, eyes wide, tears forming. "Ethan, please. It's not what it looks like." "No," I said softly. "It is exactly what it looks like." Jason tried to step forward, puffing up like a hero. I stopped him. "She's not happy with you. Let her go." Then I handed Natalie an envelope. "Divorce papers already signed. You just need to add yours." Turning to Jason, I added, "Check your company email tomorrow. HR doesn't appreciate employees sleeping with clients' wives." His face went pale. Natalie whispered, "Ethan, please, not here. You chose him, you chose this room, you chose this ending," I said calmly, walking away. She grabbed my wrist, sobbing. "I made a mistake." I looked her in the eyes. "No, you made a choice. I'm just finishing it." And I left, leaving her broken, humiliated, half-dressed. On the flight home, I felt nothing but freedom. Years of subtle disrespect, manipulation, and guilt evaporated with those 2 calm words. I blocked her number. Instructed my lawyer to file immediately. By morning, news spread. Jason was fired, his reputation ruined. Natalie called from unknown numbers, leaving desperate voicemails. I didn't respond. Weeks later, a friend mentioned Natalie's struggles. Back with her parents, jobless, ashamed. I nodded silently. Some people only recognize your worth when they lose your peace. Months passed. Life became quieter, simpler. One day, an unknown number messaged me. "I still can't forget that night." I didn't reply. Calm revenge doesn't shout or rage. It simply ends everything with quiet finality. Natalie had planned betrayal, but my 2 measured words froze her. In that silence, she finally understood the truth. You never win against the person who stays calm.